Welcome, friends and family, kids, children listening to the Shoot Brothers Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, all you Shoot sisters out there as well, you're welcome. Shoot mothers and fathers.
Shoot mothers, Shoot fathers.
Nephews. Yeah, but we are the only Shoot brothers, so...
Shoot brothers
welcome.
And Shoot sisters.
Welcome.
Welcome back to another week of the podcast, episode 4. I believe we're sitting here on episode 4.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, you at home, you know that because you have all reviewed, liked, and subscribed to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play.
Yeah, does Spotify have a like system?
Do they have a follow system? I don't have Spotify.
I don't use it a whole lot, but yeah, whatever there is, give us positive things, and we'll keep putting out episodes.
I'm a Google Play man.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. So it's it doesn't register with me, but if you're there in the Spotify world, give us the 5 stars, I guess. Get us on those playlists.
Any feedback you like.
Get us that Drake money. We're talking those billion streams in 24 hours type of stuff.
Yeah, well.
Speaking of a billion followers.
Yeah, we add everything up.
So Instagram plus Twitter plus YouTube
so
plus something else.
There's some overlap
equals,
but they'll count it. It's not a billion individual people, but yeah.
Do you follow any platforms? Do you follow them on any platforms?
Not them themselves, but I follow like Becky Lynch and stuff on Instagram. A couple wrestlers, yeah.
I think I follow. I follow their YouTube account.
Okay, I see it pop up all the time, but like. YouTube always suggests stuff because I'm always watching.
Sometimes they'll put up like full matches, full NXT stuff too.
Yeah, they're in like old pay-per-view matches. They'll just throw up a full thing. And cool.
They just kind of do their own thing, which can be fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Certainly put up if there was a top 5 Fastlanes. I think this if there was, I think this is the 5th Fastlane. This might have to be number 1.
Yeah, maybe.
Was this the best ever Fastlane that we got to watch live from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, which will become very relevant in the first match on the main card. But before that, there was a pre-show. Did you watch the pre-show?
Negative.
So not only was it one of the best, this was one of the best pre-shows I've ever seen. Normally I don't care, like it's just on in the background.
You're cooking up your Mr. Noodles.
I'm making some noodles, or I'm putting together a pizza order or something. But so the storyline, the first part, Kofi, he's hanging around and backstage. He's informed that Mr. McMahon wants to see him about the WWE title match. So everyone's like, woo! New Day's like, go get yours, baby. So there was that. But then the best part of the pre-show, the Iconics, they show up on the panel. And they were just being fucking hilarious. Like, they're asked about Sasha and Bailey, and they're all like, what? They're here. We've been looking all over for them. Sam Roberts is there. He's piping in. He's like, they're on Raw every week. And Billy's like, who asked you? They promised to defend across all the brands, and they have not shown up on Smackdown.
They did. The Iconics got a point. They have not yet been on Smackdown. They have a point, don't they?
Yeah, so that's good. And Coach asked them, he's like, are you going to have the same attitude if Nia and Tamina win? And they were just like, yeah, A, we don't need to answer that question. And B, probably not. But, yeah, Sam Roberts was just being a little wiener trying to
get dingus.
And Peyton Royce was just, you quiet down there, little man. And she was just belittling him.
Which is always fun.
Yeah.
Belittling or dehumanizing of anything is good, especially against Sam Roberts. Yeah. Because I think we can all agree.
And then at the very end, Coach says something, and she's like, what? What'd you say to me? And they get right into his face, trying to intimidate him. And he's just like, I said thank you. He's like, you're damn right, you said thank you. And then Peyton's like, what'd you say to me, you foolish man? He's like, thank you. He's like, yeah, that's right. You're welcome. And then they were just hilarious. So that was...
Give them their shot. Give them their shot. Isn't it time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If this is the start of the build,
there's a whole new division. Give them a shot.
Yeah. Other than that, we had the match, the pre-show match, the Xavier and Big E versus Nakamura and Rusev. Nakamura and Rusev actually get some chemistry going. They're starting to work well together, and Lana has a new haircut looking like Uma Thurman. Did you see that hair?
No, I didn't watch the pre-show.
She's still a beautiful woman, but
I didn't watch the pre-show. I didn't see it. Wait,
she might have been on Smackdown.
What, is it a short?
Just like Uma Thurman, Pulp Fiction with blonde hair.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
but
like the blonde hair version of that black. Yeah, I believe it's a bob.
Yeah,
I think that's a bob when it's
very
cut
straight
here.
But yeah, so New Day beats them. They get the up, down, down for the win, and that's the pre-show. But yeah, not a bad match. The Iconics made the whole pre-show for me. I love it.
That's great. It's great to see another strong pre-show.
Yeah, no, they've been they've been actually watchable the last couple months. So there you go.
Because that's the free stuff, right? That's the stuff
you
that
can watch
any of these
on,
chumps.
Yeah, they're trying to get you to throw your cash down, and that's the enticement. But here we go.
You do get a month for free, though. Did you know that?
Yeah, every time, but I mean...
Did you know that? But the show is actually about to get rolling, though. You know, the actual Fastlane coming live from Cleveland, Ohio, and what better way to start off with the Usos defending their title against Shane McMahon and Cleveland's own
The
Miz.
Hometown babyface.
Hometown Pop. He had a shirt on that said, like, Cleveland Miz or something. It said something, but it was
Cleveland is awesome.
It was I think that's what it was. But it was orange. It was brown. It was orange, which is Brown's colors.
Cleveland Browns,
which is an odd thing to
the Cavaliers are
say
more
back
successful.
and forth.
But anyways, Miz, he was working a good babyface style here. The crowd was really into it. There was an awesome looking spot where Shane was ready for the coast to coast, and Uso was going to jump for a splash, and they fucking hit each other midair. Like Shane just knocked him out of the way. That got a good holy shit from the crowd. So yeah, this match was not bad. Like a bit better than I expected it to be. Miz was pushing himself again. He did the springboard axe handle, and he did a fucking splash off the top rope onto the floor.
He did. He tried. He tried that one.
That one got Mr. Miz. George, he got up out of his seat. He liked that one.
Mr. Miz is my favorite Hollywood actor right now.
But near the end of the match, he looks at George, and George points up. He's like, one more time, son, you can do it. So he's encouraging him to go to the top rope, but it was one too many. Miz, he goes for a frog splash, but Uso gets up, gets the knees up, rolls him up, and gets the pin. So, yeah, crowd was awesome for the match. They made it a lot of fun, and then after the match, Miz and Shane, they're all disappointed. They go reconcile with Mr. Miz, George there, and they're all still buddies. They're like, and then as they're walking away.
They're all still buddies. Yeah.
As they're walking away, Shane finally snaps and he attacks Miz from behind. He beats the shit out of him, and these were some stiff-looking punches. And
Shane turned.
he turned.
Shane was the one,
and he was hitting him pretty hard with these kicks.
Well, I mean, after that match, it was clear either Shane's going to turn or Miz is going to turn on his dad.
No, but
there was always that option of him just beating the crap out of his. He's like, "You told me to go for it. You believed in me."
But Shane did get in George's face. He grabbed him and he shoved him back into his chair. Yeah, grabbed him right by that face.
Grabbed him right by his big old cheeks. This man has big cheeks, and he's kind of like...
So yeah, tons of heat for Shane.
Yeah.
And after he leaves, Mr. Miz helps up Miz, and they walk to the back, and the crowd chants, "Let's go, Miz." So yeah, it was good. A breakout babyface performance, I'd say, for him.
From the Miz.
Yeah.
You know, Miz McMahon at Mania to determine who the best in the world is.
Yeah.
Both men have settled for once and for all somewhere on the pre-show who the best in the world really is. right where that match belongs on the pre-show.
Yeah. Up next, we had our first Elias segment of the night. I kind of liked the way they did this tonight. Where
it felt more like it was it at the Chamber or whenever we saw him last when he plays like a little bit of a song?
Yeah, it's like a brief intermission. He recaps. It's like a stage play.
He has 4 chords, and then with the setup punch, fade away.
I believe the first chords he was playing were "Tuesday's Gone" from Leonard Skinner. It sounded just like it.
This was also a great night for Elias too, because we're in Cleveland, where I think what we agreed last week is that the sports is how you do it.
Yeah, and Cleveland's a good town for that kind of thing.
You got the Cleveland Browns and LeBron leaving.
Yeah,
just two of the most
tons
things.
Of bait right there.
and I think over the course of we saw him twice, right?
Maybe even 3 times.
But he got all of those punchlines in.
Yeah, and
it was just perfect.
One of my favorite lines from the first one, he said, I forget the rhyme, but he's like, "Miz, if that's actually your dad, you're not going to age well." And then he says he's going to head to LA to hang with LeBron, his brother LeBron. Yeah. So there was, first
Could you picture Elias and LeBron James hanging out? Because I can't.
No, LeBron would be like, "Who the hell is this
I
fool?
cannot picture that happening. Fool? Who's this motherfucker?"
LeBron in the New Day, maybe. I can see that.
Why? Why is that the pairing that you can see?
Because LeBron's all about the power, positivity, and positive thinking, and that.
I don't buy that. But I'm gonna let you get away with it because we have God's greatest creation.
Oh, are you going Corey Graves on me?
Coming up next.
I didn't know Lacey Evans was fighting. Sorry.
Corey had some good moments.
Oh yeah, he's always got.
Corey had some great moments. Anyways, yeah. So we do see Mandy Rose getting her first title shot against Asuka, who we haven't seen.
Probably her first big singles match, like pay-per-view wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, first big singles match. And Sonya Deville, of course, is there at ringside. Fire and desire.
Yeah. More trouble than she's worth, though, on this night.
Anyways, it was a quick little match, and happens when Sonya Deville goes for some greasy heel work, grabs a kendo stick, and Mandy Rose kind of gets caught in the ring apron there.
Yeah.
She slips, and Asuka just kind of takes advantage of that.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a unique finish, leaving the apron untucked there and having her slip on it, so I'll get in that.
Mandy Rose still pulling out them C triggers and those winged angels.
Looking
Two winged
great. Like,
angels.
even in defeat, she still proved that she's selling good, and she can hold herself in a singles match.
Good little match, but Sonya and Mandy aren't looking hot at each other right now, which is a bummer. They are the second of the tag teams here on SmackDown, and there's been a conflict right now.
Yeah, as they're leaving, Sonya's trying to apologize, but Mandy's just like, no, she's having none of it. So that's that. Backstage, we see Kofi. He's still waiting since the pre-show over an hour ago. He's just been standing there.
Where's he standing outside of?
Outside the Mr. McMahon or the McMahon
family dressing room. Remember, you got
changed.
Trips, you got Vinny, you got Steffy Doo.
Yeah, no. When they change, it's just old man balls in front of his daughter's
Linda.
face.
Linda's there.
Yeah, no, she's working with Trump. But yeah,
she's working with Trump. Is that
literally.
What that means?
Well, okay.
Come on.
She's got anyways. Xavier Biggie walked up to him like, "Yo, man, you still waiting out here? What's going on with this guy? Let's go see him."
He's too nice. Kofi's too nice.
Yeah, he's a company man.
He doesn't drive after.
That's what Vince. I think that's what Vince wanted. So they walk in like, "Vince, what's going on, man? You make this man wait." And then Vince is like, "What the hell are you talking about? I've been waiting for an hour." So New Day's he's like, "Come on, man. He deserves your attention. You want the box office hit? He's right here. Listen to the people. They're chanting for Kofi.
The people want it."
Yeah, so he's like, "All right, God damn it. Tonight, it's going to be a triple threat match. New Day, you're barred, and Kofi, get to the ring because that match is right now." Or is it? So Kofi comes out. Yeah, the crowd's super hot for him, and he's just waiting for his opponent. And then the ring announcer is informed that the triple threat match is going to be later on tonight. And right now we got a handicap match. So Kofi versus the Bar, the big heel move by Vince, and the Bar. It's not even a handicap because they can be in the ring at the same time. So it's like
it's just a 2v1.
Yeah, so
I guess as a handicap
it's a handicap,
match,
but like not traditional. They didn't have to tag. So they just proceed to beat the crap out of Kofi for a while. They refuse to pin him at first. They just want to beat him up more.
Just keep going.
Yeah. New Day finally runs out to help, but Nakamura and Rusev intercept them before they can even get to the ring. So the Bar finally get the win after. And yeah, Kofi's just real beat up.
This is tough. This is not where we saw Kofi going.
They're
here at Fastlane, right? But we have to get some answers because I guess that there is still a triple threat coming up.
Yeah, a triple threat. He did promise.
There is another triple threat, I guess, coming up. A lot of multi matches tonight, which is interesting, especially after this handicap match. We did see the Revival take on the teams of Aleister Black and Ricochet and Chad and Bob. I'm going Chad and Bob.
Chad and Bob. Okay.
Bob
right
Roode.
Before this, there was another Elias segment, but I don't remember. Nothing special. They were just talking about Pittsburgh Steelers or something.
No, that was Monday. Monday was in Pittsburgh.
No, this time he was putting over his hometown's Pittsburgh
Steelers.
And
okay.
then Monday he was in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was a good week for Elias just cutting down crowds.
But yes, we do have the triple threat match.
Good match. They get they get time to do it.
Like it was only 10 minutes, but they got a lot done in that time. It was a hot match. I could have taken an extra 5 minutes, but I'm happy with what we got. Black and Ricochet continue to look strong.
And the Revival got the win.
Yeah.
FTR, baby.
At one point, who was it? Yeah, Ricochet was on the top turnbuckle with the other four men outside, and he jumped up and hit that scary-looking Hurricane Rana where they kind of fell a bit short.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone was okay, and then later on, Ricochet, near the finish, he does like that running vault where he launched himself over the corner turnbuckle onto Bobby Roode, and midair, Gable smacks him on the back for the tag.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty awesome spot. And yeah, that got to the finish with the Revival hitting the Shatter Machine on Gable, and then they pinned to retain the title. So yeah, great match, lots of action in a short time. But afterwards, they all fight, and then Ricochet and Black hit their finishers to stand tall. So There you go. A little babyface ending for them.
Little babyface ending for their first pay-per-view. Pretty big.
And then, another thing on the pre-show, the originally scheduled, like a third of this card changed from what we previewed.
It did.
Because we were supposed to have Andrade versus Ray, and that evolved into a fatal four-way match for the U.S. title. So, we had a rematch from SmackDown. Samoa Joe, R-Truth, Ray, Andrade. Truth and Mellas come out and do their little song intro together. Crowd
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Mella doesn't quite have the chops of...
She tried though. She tried though. She was trying. I think if she works like, on her, it felt a little too like campy, like a camp counselor.
Yeah, that's
you know. But
right.
if she had a little more like just sort of like
just natural,
in her thing.
But this was another great match early on. Samoa Joe does a suicide dive forearm out of the three men. Tons of chops and raw chests thrown all around. Ray was my MVP of this match. I think he was jump off the top rope. He did a 2-for-1 Hurricane Rana on Andrade
on
and
the
Truth.
two of them. Yep.
Hit a fucking sweet looking DDT on Joe, who sells it like a champ and just like spikes his head into the
For
thing.
someone who's probably like 260, he's pretty good at like spiking his head down there. You know, take note, other people.
Yeah, and then they redid the spot with Truth with Andrade on his shoulders, but they were even like twisted this time, so Ray had to like turn midair to hit the Hurricane Rana. So
it's pretty cool.
Fucking sweet.
This was a great match.
Yeah, tons of great spots. And Rey Mysterio just working his ass off. Zelina Vega hits Truth. Carmella jumps in, so they've been going at it for a while. Truth does his Cena combo again, and then finally the finish comes. Ray hits the 619 on Joe, goes for the splash, but Joe moves out of the way and quickly grabs him up in the Coquina clutch, and then Ray passes out.
Passes out. Doesn't even tap. He doesn't even have the
That's
opportunity
the
to tap.
He
just passes.
The rules for
out.
passing out in a submission were much different back in the day. Now they treat it like real. Back in the day, you raised their arm and it would drop, and you'd raise it again. And you'd have to get to 3.
Oh,
and then a lot of time on the second one, the guy would get back up and be like somehow
dead count.
Yeah,
it's like,
somehow
hey, are you
he's
dead?
like he fought
you might be
the choke out. Yeah.
Oh, has there ever been so they would like drop their hand twice, and then on the third one he's like ah.
Oh, more often than not they would get back on that.
Samoa Joe gets the win here in another good, just a replay, fun, good match.
Yeah, just a good solid match.
Ray was your MVP here. He's still high flying.
He's like 40 something. He was doing
Andrade and Rey Mysterio are still hot right now.
Yeah, and I guess
still
that
hot.
was
and R-Truth is still relevant.
Yeah, and
everything's good.
They kept Andrade and Ray apart for this pay-per-view, so now it'll seem a bit more fresh on WrestleMania, I guess.
When it gets to Mania, that has to be where it happens.
Yes, hopefully.
Mania card's looking pretty good right now.
It is.
Looking
it's
shaping up. We're on the road. Remember that, kids. So now we have, I guess, our fourth straight multi-person match was our next match on the card.
Next we had the women's tag title match.
Four straight multi-man person matches.
Well, yeah, sure. There's multiple
peoples. In the first ever title defense for the WWE Women's Tag Championships, and Sasha and Bayley took on the Nia Jax and Tamina.
Yeah, so at one point Sasha dove to the outside and Tamina and Nia caught her, but they botched it a little bit.
Classic.
They picked her back up. Bayley did a suicide dive to bowl them all over, and then that got us to the finish where Nia, she's got Bayley up in the powerbomb position, but Bayley gives her a Hurricane Rana for the clean pin. So there you go. After the match, Nia Tamina attacks Sasha Bayley, and then Beth Phoenix gets up from behind the announce table. She gets in Tamina's face, clocks her, but Nia attacks Beth, so Natalya comes out to help her friend, and then the heels run off.
Heels run off like heels. Yeah. It wouldn't be a Nia match without a quick little botch.
This looks like they might be leading to Beth having a match soon with, I don't know, get Nia and Tamina away
from the titles. Bring the Glamazon back. It is time for that team. That they don't get any more chances. Nia's not getting chances anymore.
Now it's SmackDown.
Yeah, we need to move this over to SmackDown. Teams like Fire and Desire, Iconics.
Yeah.
It's time for. Is Nia gonna have a match at Mania?
Nia, maybe it'll be this match.
Fuck.
Nia's
like she has to. Like there's no way she can't.
Or like, be in the women's battle royal if they do that again.
Be in it, but not win it.
Hopefully, not win it, because
why is she the one we're pushing?
I don't know.
If you're not named Ronda, Becky, or Charlotte, I'm just even talking about like a fairness point of view.
Yeah, I mean, Hopefully.
It's just so weird, eh? How many people we don't see on television every week, like the men and the women. Yet for some reason, we always see Nia. Even like you won't see Randy Orton for 4 weeks straight.
Yeah.
There hasn't been like a chunk where you just don't hear her. Ah!
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm not like most girls.
Yeah, you're not like most women on that roster because most of those women can like perform things and execute them with professionalism. So in that sense, yeah, you are not like most girls because they, unlike them, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, that's it for the night.
Yeah.
Next up, we do have that WWE Championship triple threat match though.
Yeah, he did promise a triple threat. He didn't say who. So
he didn't say who
she gets to. That's the caveat. But
so one by one, we see our I guess our challenger Kevin Owens probably came out first.
Yeah, and then the new Daniel Bryan and his buddy Rowan, and then the big reveal of Mustafa Ali. The poor guy. This is a tough spot.
This was tough. Yeah. I felt bad.
Yeah, the first half of this match, the crowd was not really happy. They were just lots of booing.
They wanted Kofi.
They're just chanting, "We want Kofi." They kind of they had to hate Ali by default.
Yeah.
This is boring chants, bullshit, but by the second half of the match, it picked up a lot because it was actually like a pretty good match. So, yeah, the crowd started to care a bit. They started to go buy into the pinfalls. Bryan's chest took a fucking beating. It
always does.
I think he's just like, hit me.
Why is that?
Yeah, he just gets raw.
I mean, after the greatest Royal Rumble there, I'm sure you recall that one.
That was like an hour of just
it was like just gross. It was gross to watch. Like you felt bad.
Yeah, ground beef, hamburger meat.
Hamburger meat, motherfucker. Which is weird because he's vegan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that right there. But yeah, we do see Mustafa Ali. A lot of great spots.
He hits the inverted Hurricane Rana on Owens, then he jumps up to the top rope and hits a Spanish fly on Bryan off the top, so that looked great.
I think Rowan gets involved and like throws him off the top rope, and he like that's far down.
That's a big drop.
It's a big drop for a guy like that.
Yeah.
It's probably 5'9", maybe. I'd see Mustafa Ali's like 5'10".
Probably around there, yeah.
Yeah.
Bryan,
our height.
Yeah, right about that.
Yeah. Christ.
Bryan kicks out of a pop-up sit-out powerbomb at one point. Mustafa Ali hits a 450 splash on Bryan on the edge of the apron. That was pretty sweet. Yeah. Rowan gets involved. Owens and Ali both hit him a bit. Yeah, you already mentioned that one spot. Then Owens hits a pop-up powerbomb to Ali on the apron, and then Rowan takes out Owen, throws Bryan in the ring. Crowd's behind Ali now, but the awesome looking finish comes when Ali went for like a springboard splash, and then Bryan hit him midair with the knee to the head. So that was awesome. And then afterwards, Rowan picks him up and gives him the cranium slam for the exclamation point. But yeah, good match. The crowd came around to it. But it was all, they sacrificed this for the greater good of the Kofi push for the Mania. They sacrificed the first half of the match, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that you would give this match so much time. I mean, did they think that the crowd would be stoked? Or like have a glimmer of thought of like maybe like
they're like, oh, but they'll be happy to see Ali.
Exactly, they're getting Mustafa Ali, but after seeing Kofi just get the shit knocked out of him,
just
like the last thing I wanted to see. I mean, I think I was in the part that was like, oh, okay, it is Mustafa Ali, but not like, yeah, there's a chance Mustafa Ali can win.
Yeah, no, I never bought. Like it was still a fun match, and by the end
of course, yeah. But even a hobbled Kofi, who maybe shows some resilience. That's what we wanted. We wanted the chance.
They sacrificed the moment for the Fastlane crowd to make it even bigger for the WrestleMania crowd.
That's a good point.
That's what they did, but
that's a good point.
It'll be great when we get there because that's where we're gonna get.
We're getting there slowly. I guess we have coming up next. We do have this women's match.
Yes, we need to finally resolve this once and for all.
A women's non-title match, wherein if Becky wins, she is allowed back into the match that she won.
Rightfully won from the Rumble, and if not,
and if Charlotte wins, then like not.
Yeah, it's just
but if Charlotte loses, she doesn't lose her chance.
Yeah.
So
she's locked in either way.
She's locked in either way. We're 100%. It's Becky who's fighting to get her chance back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Becky.
It's been a couple weeks. This is a very this plot's confusing me. This story is starting to get out of hand.
Well, we're there. Becky comes hobbling out on her crutch. But she doesn't back down. The match starts. She's aggressive early on, but Charlotte fights back. She starts working the injured leg with lots of submissions. But Becky, at one point, she knocks Charlotte off the top rope to the outside. And when Charlotte gets back in, she gets the disarmer. But Charlotte's able to get out and apply the figure four. And as that's held in, Ronda comes running down to the ring. And she strikes Becky Lynch. So she just waits for the ref to do his job and ring the bell. That's the DQ. And Becky's going to Mania. That's what we all wanted and expected. And yeah, now it's finally official. So there you go.
Okay, so how is that? I don't get it.
What don't you get?
I don't get how that is a DQ, because I feel like that happens all the time.
Sometimes
and
the ref waits.
It's never DQ'd. So why was this one a DQ?
That's supposed to be how it goes. As soon as you hit someone, they're DQ'd. That's how it is.
Okay, so we're just really going for the rules on this one. I remember around Rumble season, I was trying to put myself in the mind. I was trying to put myself in the mind of like, okay, someone who just turned this on television and is trying to understand the rules. This would be one of those where they would be like, huh.
Well,
because you think if she's gonna disqualify Becky, she would kick the not kind of come down with one little, and then that was it. And then stand tall.
I think that was the point. It was like,
that's all she needed was a little like, boop, a little love tap.
Yeah,
a love tap.
That was a good punch to the gut. It was like what Roman does before the Superman punch when he punches the ground. That's what she did.
This is preamble. He did the hoo-ah.
Yeah.
So Becky gets what she wants, which is the match.
Yeah, what we all
Charlotte
want.
doesn't get what she wants, I guess. That. Does Ronda get what she wants?
This is what she wanted. She wanted Becky all along. She wanted the triple threat. She wants to prove to everyone that wrestling's fake and she's going to beat the shit out of both of them. That's what she wants.
I thought she wanted the match because
she's a heel now. She's full heel now.
It was bigger than them.
That was back a couple weeks ago when she was a baby face.
I'm so confused on what Ronda Rousey's doing right now.
She's full heel.
She's full heel. I don't know why she wants anything.
I don't know. So Becky stands up. She points at the Mania sign while Charlotte's pissed. And then we get one more, our final Elias segment of the night. He gives us a recap of Becky winning. Makes fun of the Cleveland Browns. And just as he's saying goodnight, Lacey Evans comes out. Woo! Mm-hmm. So she comes down, turns around, and leaves again. But Elias is so distracted by this that we get the RKO out of nowhere. But immediately after, Styles pops up, and we get the phenomenal forearm out of nowhere. So, nice. So I think the kayfabe reason for Lacey Evans coming out here was AJ Styles saw Orton about to go out. He's like, "Hey, Lacey, we need you to distract everyone so I can come out and hit that forearm." So that's what happened.
Or
and Lacey's a good Southern girl, and AJ's a good Southern man, so she's like, "For you, darling, I'll do it."
Or AJ says, "Hey, Fit, I got an idea."
Fit. Well, they all run it. Everything has to go through Fit first.
Everything has to be approved. Okay, so Fit, this is what I want to do. I want to pull one over on old Randy Orton, old Rand Man.
Oh, the Rand Man.
This sets up the match we see a little bit later on SmackDown. The two of them jawing at each other, which is a lot of fun. And it puts both of these dudes at Mania.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Coming up, though, we do have the main event of Fast Card.
Yeah.
The main event of Fastlane, when we have the reuniting of the Shield.
Final time ever.
Are you sure it was the final time ever?
That's what they told me.
Michael Cole only said the final time ever like 76 times.
Yeah.
I thought you needed to at least use it 90 times for me to believe you. Where we get the Shield versus, we called them something last week.
The Bad Boys.
The Bad Boys of Justice.
Yeah, the Bad Boys, the Drew Corbin, Lashley.
DCL.
DLC.
I had a lot of fun during this match. This was it was fun. It was just
that's all it needed.
Reckless tag match.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't. Excuse me. I think we had the other matches as the main event, but with the finishes of them and the way things went, this made sense.
Yeah.
And if it really is the final Shield time, that makes sense too. They did their classic entrance through the crowd. They had their gear on, the tactical gear. So yeah, everyone's
Seth didn't
blonde
dye.
hair.
He didn't dye his hair.
Like
that would have been fun. Did you hear somewhere around the finish when Seth says one last motherfucking time. What was
one
that?
Last time. One last motherfucker. That's real.
Did you watch it live?
Yeah. But they did censor it.
Right, because it's probably like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they blanked
There's
it
probably
out.
like a 10-second gap, between like when it happens and when they actually air it.
But they didn't blank Becky last week. They missed that.
They missed that. I saw that.
But
one last motherfucking time.
So he was into it. That was real from him.
He was into it. Seth is feeling good though. You know, I mean, he's got like a guaranteed win match here.
Oh yeah.
And then fingers crossed,
Slay the Beast
win match, Slay the Beast next week. This is a lot of fun. They make their way out into the fucking crowd at one point. Seth Rollins jumps off of
jumps off the first balcony,
or whatever. It was a lot of fun, right where like the pre-show panel was. I'm thinking someone's gonna go through like that glass
fancy,
there. I'm thinking like, oh shit, here we go.
Eventually
we get a couple power bombs. We get Drew through a table.
Yeah. Lashley gets curb stomped.
He got curb stomped and knocked the fuck out. Yeah.
That leaves Corbin all alone, and the Shield surround him. And then that's when they got the one last motherfucking time. They do the triple power bomb. They get the win. The big hug after the match.
Big hug, big fist.
Yeah, one last fist bump.
One last fist. One last fist. One last shield fist. Fist shield.
And that's Fastlane. There you go.
It was a great show. You know what? And compared to Fastlane's past, of course, we talked about the Goldberg Kevin Owens match is feeling like was a dud.
Yeah,
and and this always seems like a throwaway event because we know WrestleMania is right around the corner. But I think they made the best do.
Yeah, they did a good job setting things up. Like, it's expensive. The expense of getting to save a bigger reaction tonight for WrestleMania instead of wasting it tonight on certain things. Yeah, so there we go. Rolling on.
We're rolling on. Rolling down the road.
Yeah.
Road doesn't stop, right, Mike?
No. The very next night they have to work. Should we just jump right into Monday Night Raw or what? Before we jump into Monday Night Raw, I think it's a little time for some trivia.
Sure. Mike, I got a couple questions for you. I've got multiple choice questions. Do you have multiple choice questions?
Yeah, I mean, if you want it to be multiple choice.
Yeah. No. The question is how it was presented on day of presentation.
Well, no, I have two up because I have it. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see how.
Mike, how about I'm gonna kick this one off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kick this one off. This is Kofimania is in full swing. So I got a couple Kofi questions for you.
All right.
I got a couple Kofi questions for you before we start. First off, the New Day have the longest single WWE Tag Team Championship reign of how many days? Is it 533, 483, 453, or 523?
Say again.
We're going to have 533, 483, 453, or 523.
I think it was one of the 400s, I think, so 483.
Ding, 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 ding.
I knew it wasn't 500 because I was very upset that they were like 2 weeks away from 500 days and they didn't let them out.
They were. Yeah, it would have been 2 weeks away, but their combined reign is 533.
Yeah.
So they,
Sweet.
I thought I'd throw it in there. Psych you out.
All right.
483. Way to go.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you got for me?
All right. We'll stick with the Kofimania. The Kofimania. This one's kind of this one's a two-part question.
Okay.
So
you have two questions, but this one's a two-part.
So it's the same question, two parts.
Two parts.
Okay. So the first part, you just got to answer it, and then the second part, I'll give you multiple choice.
Let go.
So what was Kofi Kingston's first championship title in the WWE?
My guess.
You know which one it isn't. You know which one it is.
I know. There's one that's 100% not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay. I think it's either. I'm gonna take a wild card here.
Yeah.
And say it's the ECW championship.
Ooh, no.
It's
he did start an ECW.
It was the Intercontinental Championship.
It was the Intercontinental.
Fuck.
But
I thought I'd go for the wild card answer.
Yeah, no, that's good. Okay, so that was that. But the follow-up, who did he beat for the Intercontinental title? Was it A, Rob Van Dam, B, Chris Jericho, C, The Miz, or D, John Morrison?
This one's tough. I'm gonna say this probably happened in like 2011 or something, right? Okay, so what's happening in 2011, 2010? What are these pictures?
We got Rob Van Dam.
What are these pictures looking like?
Oh, sorry. Did you want me to read them?
Yeah, keep going.
Rob Van Dam, Chris Jericho, The Miz, John Morrison.
I'm gonna say Chris Jericho.
Ding ding.
Hey!
He beat Chris Jericho at Night of Champions, I think 2008 or 9 or something.
2008 or 9? Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
That was a two-parter. Mike, we're on the Kofi train. All the questions are Kofi this week. Of course, after we watched SmackDown live, everything had to be on Kofi.
Kofimania.
Okay, so Kofi Kingston was drafted to the WWE from the ECW on June 28th, 2008 in the WWE Supplemental Draft.
Yeah.
How many individual WWE Championship reigns have there been since Kofi has made it into the WWE? How many times has it changed hands?
The main WWE title?
The main one in its iteration, what is now, sort of what Daniel Bryan's carrying all the way back to.
So that includes not just how many champions, like that includes repeat, like John Cena to Orton to John Cena to Orton.
Yeah, like that would be 4. Yeah, like how many individual reigns?
So since he is still on the main roster, let's see.
Since June 28th, 2008, we have 54, 40, 48, or 50.
40 was one of them.
40? Yeah, so
40.
You're going 40?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What was it?
The answer is 48. There have been 48 WWE championship title changing of hands, reigns.
And not once has
and not
Kofi got his
one
hands
of them has been from Kofi Kingston.
He had like 10 John Cenas, 9 Ortons in there, some Edges, Triple H.
There's a couple rocks.
Yeah, the Rock. Even the
a couple
Rock
rocks got there.
Right.
That's a great time for us to take a break, though. I got
one more question for you.
Oh, what? I thought you said yours was a twofer.
No, there was a two-part, but there was a one question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
This one doesn't have to do with Kofi, though. But,
Boo.
Sorry. Batista.
Mustafa Ali.
Batista wants, we haven't talked about it yet, but Batista wants Triple H at WrestleMania so bad. But he has actually already fought him there before.
Oh.
Yeah, which WrestleMania did Batista defeat Triple H to win the World Heavyweight title in the main event?
I thought that happened? I thought the whole thing was that it hasn't happened.
It has happened.
Oh, no.
Triple H never beat Batista.
Triple H never beat Batista. Oh, does that mean he's going to win this one?
Hopefully
Never mind.
So Batista defeated Triple H in what main event? I can give you multiple choice, but I didn't because I figure you just have to. You can kind of. What are you typing over there?
Nothing. No, I'm not typing anything over there.
Right.
Triple H. Batista.
So, but I figure you can kind of just ballpark it based on years.
Okay, so
this year's 35.
This year's 35. He probably hasn't been in one since 30.
Yeah, he probably wasn't at the first.
He probably wasn't at the first few. Okay, so if 30, and then so I'd say anywhere between like 18 to 30 he was in, or maybe like 20 to 30. I would say that's his ballpark of decade, kind of like 2003 to 2014-ish.
Certainly.
So 20 to 30, I'm going to say, was this the main event of WrestleMania?
This was the main event
This was the main event.
Yeah.
It's the main event.
Batista won the Royal Rumble, and then he defeated Triple H to win the title.
Okay. He won the Royal Rumble. I'm picturing the quads. Was that when the quads happened?
When Cena and him went over at the same time.
Which was 2008. Which means that is WrestleMania 24?
It was WrestleMania 21. Live from, I think it was like Hollywood, actually. Hollywood. California.
Was that Royal Rumble 2000? I thought he won it 2008 and 2014. Those were like the 2 years I thought that Batista won it, but I think
it was 2013 and 2005.
Damn.
But anyway.
Damn, I'm thinking of somebody else.
That's okay.
Thinking of somebody else. Good trivia questions though, Mike.
Yeah.
I guess we were both 1 for 1 on this one.
Yeah.
Which was good. Listeners at home, you're compiling the tally sheet, including like all of our favorite wrestlers.
All these fun stats.
All that sort of thing. Trivia time's over. It's time we take a break though?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's time we take a break, and we will be we'll be back.
Let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah,
Welcome back to the Shoot Brothers podcast. We're fresh. We're fresh off of a fast lane.
Yeah, let's shoot.
So we are back with Monday Night Raw, which kicked up just a stone's throw from the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably a farther drive than we think it is, but who knows? All those states are so close.
Our U.S. geography is
bad.
I mean, it's just based on sports teams. That's all, that's everything I know
Okay, whose
about.
division are you in? Okay, it's like, yeah.
Exactly.
And live on Raw this week, we had the Shield kicking off.
Yeah, they came out. They had their new Shield shirts.
Hounds of Justice. They came in through the
crowd, yeah.
the crowd, their classic Shield
pops,
entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of chants for the Shield. Roman says if last night was the last night ever, he's got no regrets. He was doing what he loves with the people he loves.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
He says we're on the road to Mania. We got to handle some business. Haven't had a singles match on Raw in 5 months, so let's do that here in Pittsburgh.
So I think Dean's the first to leave, and he's like, I got my own shit to do, and Roman leaves afterwards because Roman's got his own shit to do.
Yeah, they leave. Yeah, they leave. Seth. They both kind of pump him up, like, you know what you got to do? You got to slay the beast.
Because Seth has something to do, right? He's got to slay the beast.
Yeah.
Of course.
They do one last fist bump. Last ever.
Last
again.
fist. Last ever. Again, I cannot reiterate
On Raw.
how little times this will happen in the future. None. It will happen none times. But you would never know with the way that they sell it to us. After a short farewell, as before Seth Rollins can really say anything, we hear the throat clearing
Wow. Yeah.
of
The man who I would cast to play the Penguin in the next Batman movie.
who would you cast? Does that mean Danny DeVito's the one who you cast to play Paul Heyman in the Paul Heyman movie?
In the Paul Heyman biopic. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's make that happen, Hollywood. Of course, he is Paul Heyman. He went through his normal rigmarole.
Yeah, the
and
advocate, so on.
however, though, Rollins made a good point. That his style reflects more those of people who Brock has struggled with in the past.
Yeah, he did mention AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor. They all pushed him to the limit, but
Because he's not the typical brute sort of just conqueror force, of course.
But Heyman's rebuttal, it was correct. All these three men were replacements. Like, it was originally supposed to be Jinder, then it was Styles, and then it was supposed to be Styles, and then
I
it
don't
was Bryan,
buy that. I don't buy
and then it was
that.
supposed to be Strowman, and it was Balor.
I'm
not saying it's. Well, I mean, that's.
I
just
don't
what
buy
happened
that. No,
storyline.
Paul Heyman's pushing this. Paul Heyman was pushing this thing of no, it's because Brock didn't have time to prepare. Like any of these motherfuckers have time to prepare. It's like the bar. Remember
I know,
when the bar
Bryan
has
had
no
as little
time.
time as the rest of them did.
When the bar has no time to prepare,
yeah.
they lose every single match. It's a thing. It's a thing that happens. But yeah, before we get this little video package just of what the hell's going on. But before tempers can kind of boil or something, Shelton Benjamin,
Yeah,
of
where's
all
he
people,
been?
where's he? Smackdown.
That's
Apparently,
where he was,
I
yeah.
don't even know.
So now he was on SmackDown.
Wasn't Benjamin and Rude? No, Benjamin and Gable.
Yeah,
See?
for a little bit.
What the heck's going on there? Of course. So then we get this quick little match.
Yeah.
With
Quick
Paul
win.
Heyman on commentary, which was fun if you were listening at home. It's funny to hear, him.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
He's a funny
quick.
guy.
He's quick-witted. Rollins gets the easy win with the stomp. So yeah, I guess Shelton's on Raw now, and he's doing the beast bidding. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, the Paul Heyman shtick gets boring if there's no person there, right?
Yeah,
at least having
this is something to feed Rollins for the week.
get him a quick win because we haven't seen him because of this knee injury. We haven't actually seen him live doing much, so it was good to get him rolling because we are on the road,
Yeah, we did get a title match right after this. The champion Finn Balor defending his Intercontinental title against Bobby Lashley.
My man.
Your man or Leo's man? Are you being Leo?
I think that was my Leo impression.
Yeah, no,
that was my Leo impression. Okay, I'll work on it. I'll take that cue. I'll work on it.
So Leo, of course, little Leo. He's attacking Finn, causing the distraction. So Finn goes for a springboard, but Lashley catches him with the spear, and that's the pin. That's the win. New champion.
What? Finn Balor had this for 2 weeks?
Yeah. So
Glee.
yeah, Leo and Bobby are back on good terms, I guess. They're celebrating together, and there you go. I'm sure Finn will be involved somehow at WrestleMania in the eye. It'll be like a multi-man, who knows, ladder match maybe.
Yeah, or there's always that battle royale, which I'm not saying it means something, but
you're on the card.
they can feed it to people like that. Next up,
Backstage Charlie.
backstage Charlie.
Yeah, quick interview with Corbin. He just talks smacks about Roman. Gonna expose him tonight. He's gonna house train the big dog. So there you go.
There's a real awkward moment right around here too. They and they always throw in the little packages of they're visiting like local hospitals and like spending photo ops with like a bunch of kids and stuff, having a great time
and all that.
Yeah, so they were doing it was Roman, Seth, Natalia, and Finn. Like earlier that day at Children's Hospital, taking photos. A lot of smiles on people's faces. But Finn is like holding the Intercontinental Championship, and like kids are also holding it and like taking photos with it. It would just like I mean, they saw it like 8 hours before. They couldn't have waited just move that video package or not have him
for continuity's sake
with the It's just like it just hurts. I mean, imagine being that kid. Finn Balor's your favorite fan. You're finally holding his belt, and then like 8 hours later, he just fucking loses
gives you free tickets
it.
to the show just to watch him lose.
That would suck. We have Ronda coming up. Ronda addressing sort of her actions, what they were.
Full on
this
heel
is
here.
Tough.
She's
she's almost crying, right? Do you get that sense? Do you get that sense that every single time she's giving her like I sound like she's on the verge of tears?
She's passionate.
Not like passion tears. Like I'm about to cry.
I did hear
tears.
something the other day that like, she has some sort of speech
impediment.
Yeah, like not dyslexia, but like there's some word for it. I forget what it's called. Where like the reason she's like slurring and speeding up is not just because like nervous in television.
Okay.
Like that's just her normal. But no, she was good here. She's like, oh, shove it, crowd. She think I'd give a damn, but all you bandwagon bitches think.
Yeah,
they're going to the bit. Whenever they pull up the bitch, it's
things are real. When are the men gonna start saying like when's Randy Orton going to go like to AJ Styles? Like you can't beat me,
I think
bitch.
Batista said bitch or something.
Like that's cool,
Yeah.
I know.
But
cocksucker. When are they gonna say cocks?
Maybe not that, but she calls them out for chanting "You deserve it" after being beaten with a stick. All of you booing me, you'd cower in real life. And she says she got Charlotte DQ'd because she wanted both Becky and Charlotte so she could expose them both. And the WWE is the carny con artists that they've always been. So she's shooting hard here. Yeah. Shooting from the hip.
Big old shoot.
Yeah,
big old
carny.
shoot.
So, she even says they can make it a handicap match if they want because Becky's a joke. Charlotte's a joke. Anyone who believes in this whole thing's a joke. And then Dana Brooke comes out. Remember? Another, like Shelton and Dana, they're just popping up right now there. So she's looking a bit slimmer. I don't know if it was just less makeup or lost a bit of weight. But
hey, we haven't seen her in a long time. You forget what people look like.
So
we haven't seen them for a long time, right?
I actually thought she cut a decent promo, but the crowd just didn't care here.
Well, yeah, it was
like,
the passionate. It was the disrespecting the locker room type thing.
Yeah, but like of all the people, why is she the one to stand up?
Because she's easy to give like away.
I know, yeah,
that's true. I mean, you can't give them. I mean, you could have given them like rabbit pelts. You could have given them, laid down some rabbit pelts as a form of goodwill. You're like, here are my best pelts. Don't attack me.
Yeah, but so she says she wants the open challenge. Ronda's like, you always do an open challenge for pay-per-view. Well, I'm Dana Brooke, and I accept. But Ronda just kicks her and then
that's too bad.
Hits a bit of a scary-looking Piper's Pit. Dana. Weird landing, but the refs come out, break it up. Ronda clocks them, and she leaves. She's like, you got to pay $60 if you want to see me. She walks away. So Rowdy Ronda, the heel, healing it up.
Yeah, which I guess where we need her to be. I mean, I don't know if I need overtly heel Ronda for me to cheer for Becky.
Well, everyone's gonna cheer Becky no matter what. But
no, that's kind of.
I think at this point they're like, the win's bigger when Ronda's a big mean bitch versus
it's a good point.
Smiling Ronda.
It's a good point. Next up we have a tag match.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 teams who were in the Raw tag match last night, where we have Black and Ricochet taking on Chad and Bob.
Yeah, Bobby and Rude.
Bobby and Rude.
I'll reverse it this week.
Yeah, it's slipping up this week. So the team that was left standing tall.
Yeah.
Easy win in this match too. Yeah. So
Easy
2 matches in a row.
The Black and Ricochet on their way up the ramp. The Revival attack them from behind and they leave. So. Continuing the feud, is that going to be a tag title match at Mania?
Well, why are we? But I think the question is, why are these guys coming? Are these guys a tag team now?
I mean, I don't think it'll be long term, but
like what to get them in and get them over?
Yeah, like
as a tag.
Yeah, they shouldn't be like. I don't think it should last more than a couple months. Like
you think like they're singles dudes, right? Yeah.
Like I think they have big plans for Black, even Ricochet too. But I think Black they see as like a potential main eventer guy.
Yeah, he can be.
But
I see it.
Yeah, so there's that angle. Up next we had our girl Alexa Bliss come out.
Moment of bliss, a moment of uninterrupted bliss.
Yeah, she's got the scoop. She's ready to dish it out. The host of this year's WrestleMania
will be none other than
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. That's right.
She joins the likes of Kim Kardashian, The Rock, The New Day. Snooki was there one year, I think, doing something.
Yeah, she was in a match.
But, yeah, this year the host is Alexa Bliss. The crowd actually likes it. They chant yes. So last week I thought those SNL guys were the hosts, but they're just
they're special correspondents. Yeah.
I mean, they're both gonna be doing the same thing. They're just gonna.
I think they'll both be out there.
Yeah. So she says, "This is such an honor for all you guys. You're welcome. You deserve it, Chance." She says, "I know," and then that's been your moment of bliss. Great. I like these weekly moment of blisses. When Nia doesn't come out, they're good.
What's great here is that Alexa Bliss can be at WrestleMania without being like rushed into something and not having to compete in like something like the Battle Royal. Like she can
she'll be on screen all night. She'll be pop up here and there, and I'm sure they'll have a good celebrity segment or something with her. She'll be involved.
Something to someone. You never know. Colin Jost is going to be there.
Yeah.
He's dating Scarlett Johansson. Next thing you know, Tony Stark. We got Captain America. We got that movie's coming out.
Next thing you know, the Avengers show up.
The movie's coming out like a couple days, after Mania. Maybe even a couple days before.
Well, speaking of that guy from SNL, Braun was presented with a brand new car backstage, and the SNL cast, they bought him a car to show him there's no hard feelings. Don't think there's any more title matches to screw you out of. Haha. LOL JK.
LOL JK.
But Braun's like, let's see what this thing's made of. It's too small anyway. So he tears out the seat.
It's not made of much because he got through that thing
the doors
very
off, the seats
easily.
Off. It reminded me of in Street Fighter 2, the bonus in between the fights, you would destroy a car as quickly as you can. So this was E Honda here. Braun Strowman tears off the hood, wrecks the car, and he says next time he sees them, it's going to be live from New York. So I guess he's going to be on Saturday Night Live in the coming weeks.
No, or they could promote him there. I'm worried that Colin Jost is going to have to take a bump.
Well, something controlled. They could bring up a couple prop table and a crash pad. And
so now this is Braun Strowman's WrestleMania thing now. Is that he's in this weird feud with the hosts.
So he's going to be chasing them around backstage all night.
Yeah.
They're going to do the whole fucking
this is going to be 2 years. So last year he went from tagging with Nicholas to now this year it's great to see that like 10 months of the year Braun Strowman is on every single Raw and in every main event and always taking on the likes of Corbin and the Lashleys and the Zigglers. And now there's like always this 2 months of a year where he does nothing.
Just meaningless.
And then he'll come right back post-Mania. He'll come right back post-Mania and take on Seth for the Universal Championship. We got another Elias segment.
Yeah, this time they're cheering him because
he's from Pittsburgh. And he cuts. Yeah, he was ribbing on Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
a couple times. Steelers
he says it's a miracle that he's a success because if you're born in Pittsburgh,
he's like, and he'd look good in black and silver, which are of course the colors of the Oakland Raiders, which he got traded to or signed with or whatever.
Antonio Brown, Elias says he's the one that gave him the advice.
It's a bummer. I was like, can't we just cut him a good promo, like a shit on another city, like just the one. They should give it to him when it's that person's hometown. Just fucking give him one,
Yeah.
Either way, the crowd was into it. I think crowds.
Yeah, they were like it. No
win
way
or
Jose,
lose, they booze.
No way Jose comes out with his funky new hairdo.
What the fuck was that?
The bright green neon. I don't know. He should be paired with Naomi.
So I think Corey mentioned that. Yeah, Corey mentioned that.
Elias attacks him, hits the drift away on the metal entrance ramp.
Which is a good move.
That's a good move.
It's a good looking move in the right, the right context. It's kind of like Crossroads.
And then after that, we get the announcement: Harlem Heat going into the Hall of Fame. So Booker T and his brother Stevie Ray.
Are now a two-time
Hall of Famer. Booker
two-time
T.
Hall of Famer. That's real cool. So we're getting this year. Both himself and Shawn Michaels will both become two-time.
Yeah, so they're
dudes
opening the door wide open for this, and then right after, Lacey Evans comes out again. Woo! This time she does a little different though. She walks over to the announce table. And she puts her fan right in Renee's face, and then she says something to Corey. Couldn't make it up. It looked kind of seductive. Corey was just like lost for words.
And well, Renee's a nasty.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, that's why. And then Renee's like, I liked her. Now I don't know.
You know, she shacks up with
She is a
Dean
nasty,
Ambrose,
yeah,
who is
lunatic.
who is undoubtedly the dirtiest.
That mingy beard.
Yeah, he's the greasiest. Yeah. I bet he, I can just picture him like using his hands a lot to eat. You know,
Yeah,
if he has a
like
little bit,
blisters
if he has like a little bit of meat on his plate, he'll kind of just like he won't use the fork
He
just because
picks
it's
up
a
the
little
T-bone
bit.
and just eats
you know,
the steak right off the bone. But as she's leaving, Nia and Tamina come out and they all kind of look at each other and scoff.
Yep.
Then, Natalia comes out, cuts a little promo on Nia and Tamina, how they attacked them. She doesn't trust them, but she knows someone she could trust. Her best friend, Beth Phoenix, is here. Woo! Oh wait, no, she's just here to manage. At first, I thought they were gonna get a fight. But, so Nia versus Natty. Tamina gets involved right away, but Beth jumps in, attacks Nia, so that's the DQ. She hits the Samoans and they scamper off. And then as Nia and Tamina come back through the curtain, Bayley and Sasha attack them right away. And then Finley and co have to separate them.
Finley, yeah, what's going on? And that's Fitz jurisdiction.
That's why he's like, "Oi, maybe."
If you're fucking around,
Like, I'm not playing it tonight. I'm not playing it. They're like, "Come on,
not playing the music."
It's like, let us go out there. It's like, no. But yeah, so they just waited and beat him behind stage.
Maybe that's what it is, because they kept saying like, "Fit, play my music," and he's like,
Yeah,
"No,
like,
I'm not doing that tonight." And then
He's like,
finally,
can't
as
be
soon
a
as he saw him come
pushover.
in, he's
Yeah.
like,
He's been listening. He's like, "Oh, these guys are exposing me. I'm letting everyone run out."
"The WWE universe has noticed. There's way too many run-ins.
Yeah.
we got to put a stop. Fit. We need you to start working hard." Which, yeah, I hope though. That being said, I hope Sasha and Bayley do move on from this. I think this.
Yeah.
Hope this
Get
more.
to SmackDown. Hopefully next week they do show up on SmackDown.
Yeah, at least something. Smackdown
We
Open
need
Challenge,
it. We need
right?
to start
we do
building
need
that
it.
iconic match.
That's the Mania match.
Yeah.
Coming up next, though, we do have a lineup of black trucks
Yeah.
coming in. Who
Cavalcade.
a cavalcade, if you will. Who could be in all of these black trucks?
It's President Trump.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
not.
No, that would be huge. I don't think
That would be bad, I think.
the
I think
sponsors
negative
would
heat.
not
No,
want that.
negative.
Yeah, it could be a lot of heat.
Vince is friends with Trump, or not.
Oh, they've definitely
Vince-
broken. They've broken bread.
He's in the Hall of Fame, for God's sakes.
Oh
but
God. Well, we don't talk about
yeah,
that.
terrible.
And of course, so Batista has arrived to Monday Night Raw
Yeah,
to
Hollywood.
get a face-to-face there with Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, the COO is in the middle of the ring. He's wearing his like.
He's got his leather on.
I'm ready to go, but not, or like I'm ready for a scuffle, but I'm not ready to go. Kind of.
You can't
outfit,
fight in that
right?
jacket.
Because he kind of has his 3 stages, right? He has suit and tie,
Yeah.
which is I can't fight.
Authority.
I'm not ready to fight.
Yeah.
Then he has jeans and leather jacket, which is like, what's up, bitch?
Yeah.
And then he has like his in-ring
Ring
attire,
gear.
which is like, okay, now I'm ready to go. So we see him at about a medium.
Yeah.
He's 50%.
He can throw some punches.
He can
but-
throw some punches, but he's not ready.
Yeah.
Of course, so Batista has just this fucking
His
army
shiny
of
suit.
security coming up. He has this little shiny suit. I'm pretty sure he was wearing no shirt.
No,
underneath,
just the jacket.
Just
the
the
jacket.
suit jacket, which was quite a look. So he has his own little security team on there because he's smart. He knows
He
you,
knows.
Hunter.
He's business. Triple H asks him if he's just a nose ring model or if he's going to come down.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, or he said, "Am I gonna have to tear through the Guardians of the Independent scene?"
Yeah, that was
to get to
crowd
you.
like that one.
Crowd like that one. Of course, Batista quit WWE to get as far away from Triple H as he could.
Yeah.
Because so and he wanted, it was what he wanted. Oh, what he wanted. Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I
Yeah.
want. I was
We're all-
watching it
we're
and
like,
I
what do you
forgot.
want?
I'm like, yeah, what do
Tell me
you
what
want
you
actually?
want. What you really
I was
want.
hoping there was going to be like another level to it.
Yeah.
Like
what is it? What is
like
it?
what is it?
Triple H's like, I ain't giving you a damn thing
Like-
other than a beating.
yeah, like somehow like or Triple H called the hit on Rick like I like something like it's like what happened? But then
Yeah.
I forgot. I was like, oh, he just wants the Mania match.
Yeah. That's finally what he says. Yeah, that's all he wants. He wants him at Mania. He wants to
He wants
end his career on his terms.
He wants to, he wants to end his career on his terms, but the match will be on Hunter's because
Yeah.
he announces that it will be a no
No
holds bar
bar.
match. Which does that just mean like
No
kind of
DQ.
anything and everything?
No DQ.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's not a false count anywhere. It's just no DQ, no count out. See, there's hardcore matches, there's no DQ matches, there's extreme rule matches. They're all the same thing when it comes down to it.
Oh, okay. It's all okay. So yeah, this won't be. Well, it could be.
Like they can fight all around the arena. They can do
I guess
anything
they
they
can kind of
want,
go beyond backstage, in the crowd.
The pin has to happen in the ring,
Oh, the pin still has. Okay, right. So it's still not a falls count.
which we did see later on in the night.
Which we did see later on, which was fun. We are going to take a sidestep here as we're talking about Triple H and Batista, which I think is a great time for us to offer up our new segment, which is a little best case, worst case. Best case. Okay, yeah. So here on the show, let's try to do this every week. Let's see if we can. We kind of take a sidestep from one thing that's kind of happening when we're watching. We're diving into what we think a best case, worst case scenario for what we see.
Yeah.
What's about to happen, right? So of course we get this. We get what we're getting at WrestleMania 35, Triple H versus Batista in a no holds barred match. This is great. We've been maybe teasing this since SmackDown 1000, right?
Yeah.
And, we're kind of waiting for it to happen. So Mike, I have two best cases and two worst cases for you right here.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna bounce these off you, and maybe we can get what you have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, right? So a best case scenario in my world is that there is no outside interference of anything. I think, last time we saw Sting and Triple H, last time we saw kind of guy coming back, Shawn Michaels had to be there, for that pop. This is something between Triple H and Batista, though.
Yeah. No, I hope as well that there's nothing in between. Like, Randy Orton's going to be busy with AJ Styles, and Ric Flair's pretty old, so hopefully he won't be looking. I mean, Ric Flair, he's one of the only ones I could see trying to get involved just for some cheap revenge. But, hopefully they just keep him, let him go at it, mano a mano. No Stephanie McMahon, no other bullshit.
No Stephanie McMahon either. I don't want any distractions. I think we need just like two big dudes kind of going at it the entire time, because that's what the match needs to be. The match, it doesn't involve Steph or Randy or... Ric Flair doesn't even need to be. He can be there to hold up someone's hand at the end, maybe if that's the way they want to incorporate
him. He can sit in the front
him.
row of the crowd if he wants.
Kicking off for the worst case scenarios, though, I'm really scared that this will be pretty close to the main event.
Yeah,
and we already gave our length predictions last week. I think I have it written down in my place. I have somewhere around like 26 minutes.
Yeah.
You had 23-ish or something.
There,
I said. There are bigger matches on this card, right? We do have Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
We will have Ronda, Becky, which could be the main event.
Yeah.
Should be the main event. And we do have Kofi and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Those are all much bigger than this.
I'm worried that this goes on 2, maybe 3 matches before the end, and we're kind of drained for what the more meaningful main events will be.
Yeah.
If this is the match right before Becky, like, this match is not going to go that well because we all know only Becky left, so we're like getting excited for it, right?
Yeah.
But if it's at the end of something, if we still have to wait for Brock and then Becky, or we just tired out cheering for Kofi and now we get this, I think where this places in the card is really going to determine how well the crowd reacts.
Yeah, I think the match, in that regard, it can only take away from itself rather than take away from others, like the placement. Like, it's not going to make other matches worse by being before or after it, but like you said, if it's right before or after a big match, like if you put this right after Kofi winning the title, they're all pumped up, the crowd's going to have been drained. They need something short after that, or they need something different. Cool down.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
But, right in the sweet spot, could be a fun match.
You never know. Best case scenario number 2. I want an Attitude Era throwback. This is a no holds bar match. The stip is locked in.
You want blood?
I want these two guys. These two are some of the older guys from that time. There aren't many people on the roster from the long ago
I can
of what professional wrestling
right
was.
now, I can guarantee you we will see a sledgehammer at some point.
Oh yeah. But why not a variety?
Oh yeah. No,
why not a variety of weapons? I'm just saying I want this match to be remembered, or I want to remember this match for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Right. And with this stipulation so long, this needs to be brutal, destructive, hardcore. I want all of these things.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping for that as well.
And finally, my second and final of the worst case scenarios. Triple H wins. I think that's if I'm talking outcome,
It's
and
possible,
I know
too.
we're about a month out, and our heel faces are already sort of there. I think Batista has to be the one who's got to win. He was the one who started laying the foundation down for this match. And he is then like the biggest movies of all time. He's kind of this guy, I think, that Triple H needs to do what's best for business and just kind of let him win in his last. Triple H will wrestle again.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Batista might not.
He might.
This
might
be
not.
it.
He might. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if he has a deal for like, okay, I'll do WrestleMania and then Money in the Bank and then SummerSlam or something. But no, this could be his final match, and I'd like to see him win. But they are booking Triple H as the baby face, and Triple H loves going over sometimes, so you never know.
He loves going over.
So yeah, I'm not confident to say that they will make Batista win, but I think it's what's best for business.
And it will always be what's best for business. And that's it. That covers it for best case, worst case. Maybe we can work on that for next week. And
I think the absolute worst case would be them main eventing the pay-per-view.
Okay, that's
in a
absolute
45-minute
worst
match, and Triple H goes over clean.
Triple H goes over
guess it's all
clean
clean
in
when
the
it's
middle
all
of the
dark.
ring.
But but yeah, no, I like the segment. Well,
There you have it,
continue.
folks.
We'll
Yeah,
continue on with that next week.
if you have any other best case, worst case, don't forget our Gmail is shootbrotherspod@gmail.com. Feel free to write us out what your best and worst case scenarios for the Triple H Batista match at WrestleMania 35. Coming up next, we had another Pittsburgh local back to Monday Night Raw. Kurt Angle comes back to his hometown to address his future in the WWE. Where he announces that the he lists off his accomplishments, his Olympic medals, his
With a broken freaking neck.
his Hall of Fame status, right? But his body can't do much more else, and he said that WrestleMania 35 will be the final resting place of his career,
His farewell match.
his in-ring career. Before much hoorah can happen, though, Apollo Crews comes in.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Angle
this.
wants one last match at his hometown Pittsburgh. So yeah,
there you go.
Quick win at the
There you
Angle
go.
Slam. So
Angle gets
make
the quick little win.
Get the hometown happy.
This is great for Kurt Angle. I think it was time. It's time for him to.
Yeah, and he's still in enough shape that he can have a good match.
Yes.
Like if he's in there with like someone like a John Cena or I
Who
don't know
knows?
else.
Yeah.
Like so
That could be
a
fun.
good match.
That
A
could be
good
fun.
10, 12-minute match. The crowd will give him a standing ovation as he leaves. He'll cry. We'll cry. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, and that's what all it'd be.
Yeah. It's shaping up to be a good WrestleMania.
Shaping up to be a good Mania.
Like
Yeah. Let's. I haven't looked at the card yet, or I haven't looked at what the official card
it's
is.
all tentative still, anyways. But the quick match after this: Roman versus Corbin. Before the match, Drew attacks Roman and beats him down outside the ring. Seth comes out and helps Roman to the back. So there was no match actually.
No match, but he got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Which does lead up to
Backstage.
a Falls Count Anywhere. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
rather,
that's
yeah.
it.
So
They're helping him.
they make their way
Seth
backstage.
and Dean help him to the trainer's room.
And then Dean, he's like had enough. He sort of happens to run into Hunter right there.
Yeah.
They jaw back and forth. They're both hot, right?
They're hot.
Triple H is coming in. He's a pissed mood. Dean's in a pissed mood. What we're getting right now is a Falls Count Anywhere match between Dean Ambrose and Drew McIntyre.
Triple H is like, hell yeah, you're on.
It was a great match from the get-go.
Yeah, they fought up and down.
Right up onto the LED board, made their way into the crowd, made their way up some stairs. There was some popcorn and a garbage can, of course. And they had to fucking cut to commercial. Like, are you telling me that they can't actually set up a match that people on television want to watch and be like, yo, we're actually going to go 20 minutes without a fucking commercial? Give me another commercial in the opening half of the thing. Like, there has to be a way around that. I'm sorry. That was my one gripe with this match. They made their way back down into the ring, but by back to the top of the ramp.
Yeah. At one point, they laid Drew out on a little equipment cart and he wheeled him into another one.
The match ends though when Dean's neck
Oh wait, right before that,
gets lodged up.
Don't forget the Drew with the pencil stab to the eye.
Oh,
that was
gross!
Great. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah,
he just gong. They sold that well too. That was like a 1970s 80s angle. I'm surprised they did that.
Pencil in the eye. Yeah.
Boom!
By this point, by the end of the match, Drew's just beating the shit out of Dean. Dean gets Dean's head stuck in like the railing of some stairs.
The railing that's never there.
The railing that's never been there before, and gives him a big whatever they call
claymore,
that one. Big claymore.
Kicks his head and the damn thing goes off.
The railing falls off. Not a very secure railing. I have to say. She probably did not pass safety regulations, and Dean is left.
That's the pin.
That's the pin. Yeah, falls count anywhere. McIntyre looked. This was great. It's like we got to see Dean and Drew both kind of go at it. Drew McIntyre looked like an absolute fucking beast.
He was celebrating, and then Dean gets up to challenge him some more, and then Drew gets one more Claymore to end the show and maybe end Dean's career. Could that be the last we ever see of Dean? On Monday Night Raw.
On Monday Night Raw.
I don't know. Like, does he have a Mania program? Are they even going to book him on the show?
Well, or maybe he's just going to continue to be an employee of the company. I don't know. That was our Monday Night Raw, though.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking great up there on Monday Night Raw. I think it's about time we jump forward the next day to SmackDown, though.
Yeah. Give me like 5 seconds here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back with WWE SmackDown Live. Big lead up. We're on the road, of course. A tag team has split.
The greatest tag team in the world.
The greatest tag team in the world. Yeah, of course. So Shane McMahon, a heel Shane, kicks off the show. Actually walking down to the ring to a series of boos.
Yeah, he's got the World Cup out there with him, that crappy looking thing.
He didn't do his little
no, he's
dance.
A heel.
He's a heel now.
He doesn't like the way the ring announcer said his name, so he grabs him and tells him to do it again like he means it. He grabs him again, makes him do it one more time, and then finally he gets what he wants, so he kicks the guy out. But yeah, he said he's sick of all the people trying to get him to help them get ahead in life, and the crowd chants, "We want Kofi."
They just want Kofi.
They just want Kofi.
They just want Kofi.
But yeah, he says Miz's father has a baked potato face, and how good it felt to beat up Miz. And
which is funny because when Shane's at the end of a match, Shane looks like a tomato.
Oh, he's just dripping,
like a hairy
tomato.
By the
time he's done his entrance, he's just dripping. But,
we don't see the Miz though, but Shane, this is heel Shane promo.
He says he had such a good time beating him up on Sunday. He's gonna continue it at WrestleMania, so that's official then, I guess, the match.
Okay, I guess that's the match we're getting.
Yeah, Miz and Shane, which we expected.
After that, though, we do see the people who they defended against. The Usos cut a little promo. Just who are they going to take on next?
Was this the one where they were like backstage on the stairs or something?
Yeah, they walked down into a foggy staircase, like that exists in most arenas.
Yeah, like where are we?
There's wondering who are they going to take on next?
Yeah. Could it be one of these following teams?
One of these following teams. We do see a tag match. I guess a 4-team.
4v4, yeah.
Or a 2v2. No, it's a 2v2.
No, wasn't it?
Oh, 4v.
Black,
yeah.
Ricochet,
Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. We had Black, Ricochet, and the Hardy Boys taking on the Bar, and Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Matt. Just continue. He looks good. He looks like early 2000s Matt here with his. He had the shirt matching Jeff, which he doesn't normally wear.
Nope.
He took it off, but yeah, he's in great shape since returning. But standard multi-man tag match. The baby faces got to hit their big spots to pop the crowd. Eventually, everything falls apart as all 8 men are in the ring fighting, and then the New Day come running down and get involved. So the ref has to ring the bell, and they just clear out the ring and beat up everyone because they're pissed off at the mistreatment of Kofi.
They're just not happy. This feeds into the New Day's frustration later on.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like they're done taking all this shit, right?
But before we can address that, we get Randall Keith Orton. He comes out.
Rand Man.
Yeah, the Rand Man. Comes out and he cuts his promo on AJ Styles. He just talks about how, while AJ was wrestling in gyms and bingo halls, Orton was winning titles in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Orton says he built this house long before AJ even stepped in the ring. So it's his house. And then AJ comes out. He says, for someone who looks down on the indies, you sure did follow my career pretty close. He's damn proud where he came from, and guys like Orton's wouldn't have made it in his world with this pose and his knockoff diamond cutter. Woo! So, yeah, they're fire and heat. He says
they're firing at each other. He's like, but you and your boys,
yeah,
you guys copied a little.
He does the too sweet gesture.
Woo!
AJ says, take a look around. You're surrounded by my indie pals. They earned the right to be here. They didn't go to their father to get a job. That's Cowboy Bob Orton to you listeners.
That's Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yeah. These guys, this was a good promo. I thought with this promo, they made me care about the match a lot more. Then I guess it's going to be a good match either way. But Orton talks about all his accomplishments and nobody helped him. And AJ's like, yeah, what about Evolution? Legacy, Rated RKO.
Rated RKO.
Even the Wyatt family. And sounds like Orton had a lot of babysitters. And Randy's like, yeah, well, I'm the landlord. The rent's due, you son of a bitch. So there was the male bitch of the week.
There's the male bitch. But it's son of a bitch, not just bitch.
You bitch.
So I think the groundwork is officially laid after, especially the night before's little interaction. This is a match we're getting at Mania.
Yeah, AJ says, you want your rant? Come get it. And he points at the Mania sign. So that's, once you point, it's done.
That's the official
contract signing for Mania.
For Mania. Who's the pay-per-view match, like, clearer? Like, who's that equivalent of the Fit Finlay verse? Like, who's the guy who, as soon as you point, he, like, pencils you in on the card? Like, and he has to structure the card.
Yeah,
like, he's dealing with, like, an organizational nightmare.
We can say it's Tyson Kidd.
Tyson Kidd back there just losing his mind with, like, a pencil over his ear and a clipboard. So let's give us this match at Mania. More Blue Brand. I got to say, we need more Smackdown in our lives.
Yeah, no, things are going well so far in the show.
This is great. Next up, though, we have the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yes.
Asuka taking on Sonya Deville in a non-championship match. This was quick, and Mandy Rose somehow fucked it up.
Yeah, kind of playing off what happened Sunday. So this time, Mandy, she was pulling on the apron. I forgot. I don't even know what she was trying to do.
And yeah, I think it was meant for maybe Sonya's like leg to get caught for a second.
Yeah, but like at least when Sonya did it, she was looking for a weapon. This was obviously Mandy was getting revenge in a not so subtle way. So Asuka rushes in, gets the Asuka lock for the win. After the match, Mandy goes to leave with Sonya, but Sonya's just looking at her with eyes of distrust.
Why though? Why break up one of the two tag teams that you have on the fucking roster?
Yeah, so well, they're not they're still together for now. This is like Leo and Bobby.
What seems weird, this seems way too early to break them up because like I don't think anybody likes Sonya more than Mandy. Like right now, you know, like we need to get to know them both, so we can pick a side. To
have sympathy for one, yeah.
You know, we need to see them both shine, so we can be like, yeah, I prefer Sonya. You know, I want to see Sonya win. I want to see Mandy Rose win.
Totally.
So if you're gonna break them up, just wait a little bit.
Yeah. But after this, we got the backstage promo from the Iconics.
Yeah,
baby. So they talk about the Boss Hug Connection ducking them. They have yet to show up on SmackDown. You can't run forever. If you're looking for your next title defense, your future's on SmackDown Live, and the future is
iconic.
Yeah, I love these girls.
So yeah, maybe they will be next. The challenge has been thrown out there.
Yeah, like either way, Boston Hug, they can't keep ducking them.
If we can fly Ricochet and Aleister Black, like.
Oh yeah, they're
doing double duty. These guys played They did 3 shows in a row. They did Fastlane runs. If we can do that, we can throw Bailey and we can buy a couple extra plane tickets.
I'm agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming up next though, we have Becky.
Oh man.
The man coming out. We're done with the crutch thing, right? Can we?
So is she. She comes out.
Can we be done with like the injury and the limp?
She throws it away. Yeah. So on Sunday, you thought that's when it was going to be done.
I was hoping it was a ruse. Yeah, honestly, that would have been a better finish than Ronda coming in one punching Becky's.
It was what I thought was good.
Okay.
Anyways, so here we go. She threw the crutch away, but she's still limping. But she's got 3.5 weeks to heal up. So
yeah.
Cuts a promo about all the crap that happened, the injury, suspension, arrests, blah, blah, blah. The man's back, though, and she's back in the main event. So she had to earn her way in twice. The second time was by playing Ronda like a fiddle. See, this was Becky's plan all along, to piss Ronda off enough that she wouldn't even have to do the match herself, you see? It's hard. It's not hard to play mind games with a woman with no brain.
I think Charlotte comes out, though. Doesn't she?
Yeah.
And just does.
Yeah, Charlotte comes out.
Cuts back, claps back. Haven't we seen this kind of like the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, so she says she's been the one doing all the work.
Yeah,
she's been hot for 4 years.
It's exactly what we just heard.
And then she says, "You've been overpushed, bitch." Or wait, no, Becky says, "You've been overpushed, bitch." Or no, wait, I'm confused now.
Doesn't matter.
Becky says, "Shut your face, you dope. You plastic face dope." That was fun.
That was a good line.
She said, "You had the division by the throat for 4 years and did nothing with it. And she comes along, and now you're the main event of WrestleMania. So we don't need a queen. Never did. What we need is the man." I agree. Woo, Becky. Yeah.
Okay, so we have to be done with the crutch.
Yeah, the crutch is done. She threw it away.
We can't have another promo like this because this is 3 weeks in a row of the exact same. Just Charlotte and Becky. No chance of Ronda showing up. Like she's not going to show up. It's going to be Becky coming in and saying like, "This is my chance," and then Charlotte going, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa."
Yeah. For me, it was worth it for the dope line. I like that.
But is it worth it for one line?
For me, it is.
We just saw this last night, right? We just saw Becky and Charlotte clapping at each other, and now we see it again, and now we're going to see it next Monday.
Did
the
we
next
on Monday?
Tuesday.
I thought Monday was just Ronda.
Was it just Raw? Oh, yeah, it was Ronda and Dana.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not have these promos and feuds get too stale, right? We need healthy people doing healthy people shit to each other, and not kind of just saying the same thing over and over again. Even if it brings with it one "you stupid dope" line.
They weren't on Raw, they were on SmackDown. I'm fine with it.
Coming up next, though, we have the tag match version of the Fatal 4-Way that we just saw.
Yeah. Ray and Truth versus Samoa Joe and Andrade. Eventually, Joe gets the Uranagi on Ray, but he reverses and rolls through and pins Joe. So like they do, they pin the champion. And after the match, Joe freaks out, attacks Truth and Andrade.
Rightfully so. He's freaking out.
Yeah.
This I think the Fatal 4-Way was probably better matches, of course.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it, but
we'll just see what happens next week. Yeah, see what happens next week. The belt's relevant though. The belt's out there, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Next up though, we have another tag match where we see Daniel Bryan and Rowan take on Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy in this match. Rowan hits Ali.
I guess this was Rowan's first match though back. Like, was it?
Officially, yeah, maybe. He gets the cranium slam for the win. I don't know I don't think they still have an official name for it, so let's keep calling it that. Yeah, quick win, easy win for them. But off to the main event.
We had heard earlier on that Vince McMahon will be coming to address Kofi Kingston's WrestleMania status and sort of what the hell's going on there. No Chance in Hell starts ringing through the halls of wherever the hell we are, and Vince McMahon makes his way down to the ring.
Yeah, he walks past Bryan on the way, I think, or something. Gives him a little wink or something.
Just a little.
Yeah. Well, hey, champ.
Vince comes down and he starts going off that what he did on Sunday was a teachable moment.
Yeah.
For Kofi. But the New Day, the other two boys, Big E and Xavier, they were not buying this. With a silent Kofi, Big E and Xavier demand that this man gets what he is due.
Yeah.
Gets what he deserves.
Like
he deserves a championship opportunity.
They've jumped through every hoop, every meet and greet over the years.
They've traveled to every single country. They've come bust their ass every single day, every press junket. And what else? Just give it to them.
Yeah, they deserve it. Then Vince is like, you don't deserve a damn thing.
Just being the leader of the New Day isn't enough. Just because you get to ride their coattails as they succeed.
Yeah, but they're making these good points. Like Kofi's defeated men who were WWE champion while they were champion, but he never gets his opportunity. So yeah, everyone's just chanting Kofi, Kofi, and Vince is like, I wish you deserved it. I've known you a long time. I'm a good judge of talent. If you were worthy of being in a championship match, it would have happened a long time ago. But he's like, you'll be in the Hall of Fame one day, but not by yourself, pal. The only way you're going in is a part of New Day. So he said backstage he was speaking to Bryan, and Bryan said Kofi is a great wrestler, but he's only a good B+ player. Ooh. Oh, yeah. So now this is when Kofi talks directly to Vince. He gets the New Day boys to back down. He's like, I'm not asking for a free ride or a handout or making a demand. I've proven that I'm worthy. You don't see it that way. I never complain. He busts his ass every week. He misses his family, his weddings, birthdays. He's never been trick-or-treating with his kids. And they're like 10 years old or something, man. So,
yeah, it's a long time.
So he's getting all that, but he's like, you need to tell me right now what I need to do so I can do it. So he's
like, okay.
Randy Orton comes out.
Fit, you know what to do.
Randy Orton comes out. Vince's like, you gotta beat that man, and you're going to the promised land.
And then Samoa Joe comes out. You gotta beat that man. The Bar. You gotta beat those men.
And then Rowan comes out.
There's a lot of beef.
Yeah.
There is a lot of beef here.
Beat them all next week in the gauntlet match, and you're going to wrestle Brady. So the heels rush the ring, but the New Day fight them off and stand tall at the end of the show. So Kofi has to run the big gauntlet next week. Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big task from like a 30.
I think we're gonna see some
5-year-old or something.
That could just be the whole SmackDown episode. Just let Kofi
go. Why not?
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be a great match next week.
Yeah.
Like what he can't. There's no way how is he gonna win this?
I don't know, but they have to. If he doesn't win next week, they only have 2 weeks after that to get him in the match. They gotta do something.
Vince
is going to be doing everything he can to make him lose.
they've got to do something, you know. But you look at this lineup, and I think all of these people have, or most of these people have someone, you know. AJ Styles isn't too fond of Randy Orton right now.
Yeah.
You know, there's 3 guys who aren't too fond of Samoa Joe right now. There's a couple people who aren't too fond of the Usos, are probably not too fond of the Bar.
That's true.
Right now, you know, I think maybe there'll be some moving parts to this, and we're going to see Kofi beaten, torn, but he's got to come out on top next week.
Yeah, we're dying for Kofi.
We're dying for Kofi Mania.
Woo!
And that was it, folks. That was our SmackDown and Raw review.
Yeah, put a bow on that.
Put a bow on that one, Mike. I think we got a couple more segments left before we put this show to rest.
Yes, sir.
I think we should start by putting something over. We're putting it over. What's getting over? What's getting over this week, Mike? What do you got?
All right. So I don't know. Have you heard that Jushin Thunder Liger officially announced he will be retiring?
I heard that.
At next year's Wrestle Kingdom. So that gives them a while to figure it all out.
14? 15?
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 14,
14?
I believe. Yeah, so I've got a video here. I don't know.
What do you got?
So this is Jushin Thunder Liger. After a night out, a bunch of New Japan wrestlers are all sleeping. Bunch of New Japan wrestlers are all sleeping. So, Liger tries to get the pinfall on them, see if they wake up to kick out in time. So let's just see.
まず最初のターゲットは
Do we know what he's saying right now?
No, I don't. He's probably like, I'm going to pin them and see if they kick out in time. But they're sleeping.
The ref sneaking in with him.
Yeah, this is all. So they were all drinking at the bar till like 5 a.m. and
布団もかけずにまるで仕込みのよう
he
に
wants to get them while they're most vulnerable.
果た
He's
して
gonna get the quick
2
pin?
カウントで返せるのか
He kicks out! He kicks out. Wow, who was that?
There's a couple. There's like 2 or 3 of them. Look at that. 2.2.
返した
So close. Who was that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll show
Right
you.
on.
There's like 2. Let me just show you there. It's quick.
Oh, I get it. I get the. Mike, you gotta have these times planned out.
That's good. No, everyone at home is watching along.
They know where you're clicking around to.
Eventually, he does get the 3 count.
35,
on Hanma.
45. Who does he get the 3 count on?
Hanma? I don't know.
And does he win? Does he win something or?
No, it's just for fun.
No, okay.
Yeah, so that was just a fun, goofy little thing to watch. Funny little stuff.
Fun, goofy little one. Okay, I got something to put over. Pat McAfee was signed a multi-year contract with WWE lately. You know who he is?
I've heard his name.
He is a former Colts punter,
Okay.
right? Who made his money and got the fuck out of the NFL because
Did he play with Peyton Manning? Was he on those teams?
Yes.
So he's a Super Bowl champion.
No, I think he played in a non-Super Bowl champion
He didn't get to
year.
win with Peyton?
I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so he's on the NXT thing. He was at Monday Night Raw, sitting right there by the timekeepers area, and he's just kind of like spouting off some shit. And he tells after Drew's just attacking Roman, he tells Roman to or he tells Drew to take a lap. You can hear it.
2 laps.
Do a lap.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
That's Pat McAfee there.
yeah,
That's funny.
they zoomed in on him and his buddies once during that Triple H promo too, because he's there. And do a lap. That's what I thought.
I like it.
I just want to hear that, so I'm putting that over. Putting over Pat McAfee, who'll be coming up on more NXTs, and he's going to be a guy that we're all gonna learn to love. I think it's going to be pretty
keep an
fun.
eye on that one.
Okay, we have time for one more segment though. As we always end the show with the Wrestler of the Week.
It's the Wrestler of the Week, of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week, of the Week, of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week, of the Week, of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week, of the Week, of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week.
Mike, who this was a big week. We had the three shows in a row. So I got to ask you, who's your Wrestler of the Week?
Tough one. Based on his performance, I'm going to give it to Rey Mysterio because I was happy with him in Fastlane. Kofi was in there as well, but he didn't do a whole lot of wrestling. He just got his ass beat. But promo-wise, he was great. But I'll give it to Rey Mysterio. Throw him a bone. We don't know how many more chances he'll get at Wrestler of the Week. So
that's a good point. He had a great week. This week, my top guy is Elias. Elias had 2 days straight of shows, 2 days playing in front of thousands of people.
And good crowd interaction.
Good crowd. He's on this new wave of just kind of playing his fucking guitar and then chirping.
And he wasn't getting interrupted.
Like,
that's the way it should be.
It's the way it should be. And his little drift away.
Yeah.
Drift away looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I've got this week. Mike, do you have anything else for this week's show?
No, I think that covers everything that I've seen.
And that covers this week of wrestling. Remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe to the podcast on all the podcast things: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and YouTube. You can reach us at shootbrotherspod@gmail.com. Reach out. Let us know how we're doing.
Hell yeah.
Because Lord knows we don't know how we're doing. Okay, folks, boys and girls, that'll be all for this week. We'll see you next week when the road keeps going.